Hello, and welcome to our preview into our workshop entitled An Overview of Career Pathways. In 2013, two national organizations, the National Association of State Directors of Career Technical Education Consortia and the Center for Occupational Research and Development, CORD, came together to develop the book, The Career Pathways Effect, Linking Education and Economic Prosperity. This book offers expert perspectives on the CTE's path forward, exploring in depth today's best practices for instructors, counselors, and administrators, and the policies guiding the future of the field. Focusing on career pathways as a driver of change, this book offers a wealth of experiences, examples, and expertise on the major elements of a comprehensive career pathway. As interest in and support for CTE has continued to grow and deepen, it has become more important than ever to unlock the full potential of the Career Pathways Effect. It's for that reason NASDCTEc and CORD have come together to bring together the Career Pathways Effect insights to life through full and half-day interactive sessions based on the book's core concepts. These sessions provide participants with an experienced instructor who knows both the material and the discipline. From practice to programming to policy, taking part in one of these 7 Career Pathways Effect sessions will help deepen your understanding of the CTE world and stimulate discussion among your staff. During this brief webinar, we'll offer a preview of one of our workshops from the Lead Succeed series entitled Career Pathways Overview, so you can see how it can help you and your peers successfully implement career pathways. The Career Pathways Effect workshop, or the Career Pathways Overview workshop, is an introductory workshop designed to be the catalyst for the development and implementation of a career pathways system, secondary and post-secondary. This workshop is ideal for just about any CTE and career pathway stakeholder, particularly for those who haven't worked with career pathways to date. As you can see from the agenda, the workshop covers a wide array of topics, starting with the why and what of career pathways and how they differ from programs of study, adult career pathways, and other major reforms. Once the groundwork has been set, we'll provide you and your teams time to evaluate your current practices as they relate to the major components of a career pathway and the opportunity for how you may want to enhance or modify. Lastly, we will provide suggestions as to where to start and provide you or your team time to identify next steps for implementation or improvement. Now, let's get a sneak peek into the workshop. We'll draw a few segments directly from the workshop presentation and material. This workshop will begin with a review of CTE's recent history, from vocational education all the way to programs of study and career pathways. From there, the workshop begins to look at different definitions. It's difficult to easily capture what a program of study or career pathways looks like, but this slide illustrates the various components of a career pathway. It's the course sequence. Many people, especially those at the secondary level, call this a program of study. The participants explore both the multiple exit points and multiple entrance points that a career pathway must have. Emphasis is placed on that exit points can be industry-based certificates, credentials, and/or degrees. This workshop focuses on how individuals get onto the career pathway highway by the way of multiple entrance points, depending on where you are in life. For example, a high school student can earn an industry-recognized credential and enter the workforce immediately. Students in most states only have to be 16 to earn a nursing assistant certification and may become employed prior to high school graduation. An adult worker gets back onto the career pathway by going back to formalized training to relearn a skill or advance in his or her career. Ultimately, the takeaway is that career pathways are bigger than just the traditional student who goes from high school to post-secondary education. It is a system. We must also capture adults in this system who need to come back. We discussed in the workshop how to help learners at all ages and how they can overcome barriers and fit into career pathways at varying entrances and exits. Importantly, adult learners entering career pathways are a diverse group, as the slide demonstrates, with varied backgrounds in need of different levels of focus and remediation. At the core of this workshop is a focus on two nationally recognized frameworks. The first of which is the U.S. Department of Labor's 6 key elements in the career pathways. As of January 2015, there is some work to update this DOL document, or toolkit I should say, and as it is updated, we will update this workshop. In addition to the 6 key components from the DOL toolkit, we will also focus on the Department of Education's design framework. The framework was developed by the Office of Career, Technical, and Adult Education to clarify and define program of study requirements as outlined in the 2006 Carl Perkins Career and Technical Education Act. We will explore and discuss how OCTAE and the Department of Labor models overlap and support one another. They're really not as different as they appear to be at first glance. Specifically, the workshop focuses intently on the 10 supporting elements of a program of study that's outlined in OCTAE's 10 components. We'll have opportunities for participants to examine their readiness and capacity for each component through the lens of a career pathway strategy. Putting lessons into practice, attendees will complete a short assessment for each of the 10 components, which is provided in their workbook, and identify next steps for their team to move forward. This webinar was designed to give you a taste of the workshop entitled Overview of Career Pathways. This workshop is designed for all stakeholders and supports the major tenets in the book, The Career Pathways Effect, Linking Education and Economic Prosperity. If you have any questions or would like to schedule a workshop, please contact me, Debbie Mills, at dmills@cord.org, or my cell is 217-260-1865. Thank you for your time and good luck on your career pathways endeavors.